Okay, so as a method of getting us hyped for this movie, Dan Stevens decided to come out and say that this Godzilla vs. Kong movie would not necessarily be focused as much on the human aspects of the film like the previous ones have done. And my question for you, sir, is did you not think we were going to watch the movie? Did you think you were just going to be able to say that and nobody was going to pay any attention to how much humans are in this movie? Like, when you say stuff like that, that only draws more attention to how much humans are actually in this movie. And as far as I'm concerned, they're just as much in it as they are in the previous films. I don't know if y'all thought like we weren't going to notice, but we noticed. And guys, this is Godzilla vs. Kong, or Godzilla times Kong, or Godzilla and Kong, however you want to address it. This is Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire. Let's get on with the review. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and this is my review for Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire, starring Rebecca Hall, Dan Stevens, Brian Tyree Henry, I believe the little girl's name is Kaylee Hoddle, and it was directed by Adam Wingard. And look, as far as a plot goes, because everybody knows we are not here for a plot whatsoever, but as far as the plot goes, basically what happens is we are following the events of Godzilla versus Kong, and basically this little girl is getting messages from Kong's world where she needs to go down there with all the other scientists, and they need to discover what the heck the messages are. And while they're going down there, they realize that there is a threat luring down there where basically Godzilla and Kong need to team up and defeat this thing once and for all. That's the best way I'm going to describe it, because truly, if I were to get into like the details and the nitty gritty of the plot, it's just a bunch of science stuff that nobody really cares about, which is really the formula this movie follows, presenting us with a bunch of science stuff that we really don't care about as to why we are here to watch these monsters fight in the first place. Then we just get onto the stuff that we actually want, which is the monsters fighting. And look, to just completely get right into it, guys, what I liked about the movie is what we are all here for. The monster stuff. I am here to watch Godzilla and Kong tag team a bunch of other apes and one other kaiju beast and just fuck shit up, and that's why I'm here. And those parts of the movie I enjoyed. What I did not enjoy is literally damn near everything else this movie presented to me. Now, look, the first hour of this movie, as far as I'm concerned, is just non-existent. For me, I completely am fine with just ignoring the first hour of this movie, because it's nothing but the build-up and all the sciencey stuff as to why we are here, why Kong and Godzilla need to team up, just what the heck is going on, why these two are going to be fighting these beasts by the next half of the movie. That's all that's in the first hour of the movie, and it's really boring, and it's really just a repetitive formula of the previous movies. They just continuously follow that same formula, and they're doing the same thing here, all to just lead up to the finale, which is Kong and Godzilla teaming up to fight this, I'm gonna call him the drunken orange monkey, which I say he's drunken because he kind of has like a drunken fighting style, which is actually pretty dope. And as far as I'm concerned, the movie didn't start until that fucking orange monkey showed up. When the giant orange monkey shows up, that's when the movie begins, and that is not until an hour into the movie. And then you have your cool moments. You have cool stuff that happens throughout the film, but truly, these movies just, for whatever reason, just aren't getting like more impressive as far as like the CGI or the action sequences. For me, they're really just getting kind of more dull and bland. Like I said, it's really cool to see these monsters fight each other. It's cool to see Godzilla and Kong team up, and it makes for some cool moments throughout the movie. But those moments really can't salvage the entire 2 hours of this film. And it's really just like, I feel like the fights are getting lesser and lesser in quality entertainment. Like, my personal favorite fights that happen in the Monsterverse or in these Monsterverse movies come from Godzilla King of the Monsters. Godzilla King of the Monsters, watching Godzilla fight Ghidorah was absolutely just insane. And a lot of people would just describe those fights as just loud. That's all I really need them to be. Just really big and really loud and just really ridiculous and out of this world. And that's really what you get here in Godzilla Kong the New Empire, but it's just like, it's not done any better. It's like I feel like they're not really improving on anything throughout these movies. They're really just making them to continuously make them. Like, it's just like, it's like we're not really getting anything better in these films than we have in the previous ones. And that's why Godzilla Minus One is such a hit, because not only do they make the human aspect of that movie very important and very emotionally empathetic to the audience, and you can actually empathize with those characters, you can understand where the humans are coming from, but also Godzilla is fucking terrifying. In this movie here, I understand it's a monster movie, but I cannot help but like literally question myself the entire time, like how the government truly allows these scientists to just run around with the control of knowing where Godzilla is and knowing where King Kong is, and they're just letting them run free with this type of technology to be able to monitor these monsters, because they're destroying everything in their path. It's like there are so many casualties. I know there has to be like 1 million deaths in this movie. Like, there's so many casualties in this movie. It's just like, I can't help but notice. I'm like, yo, they're just running through buildings, literally just burning all these hotels and nice monuments and just places down. They're just burning everything to a crisp. And I get it's supposed to be really cool, but it's like, there's no way in hell the government would allow something like this to happen. There's no way they're just gonna let scientists be able to have control to power like this. Like, they're not gonna let them control the monsters like this, but for whatever reason they do. And look, like I said, for me personally, the movie starts right when the giant orange monster, drunken fighting style orange monkey shows up. Once he shows up and he has a pretty cool weapon and he has a pretty cool ice spear that controls the other kaiju, I thought that part was cool. But it's like, truly, it's like the cool stuff will happen for a moment and then everything else is kind of just the movie trying a bunch of stuff, but it's just really not working. It's like I said, they don't really... One thing I can say about these movies are the fights don't improve. The quality of them don't really improve either. The CGI, I'm not even really like the biggest like critic of CGI. Like, unless it like completely like stands out to me and bothers me, I won't really bring it up. But the CGI in this movie, you can tell like some shots are just pretty bad. Some shots are just really, really bad. And it's like it's almost like Venom. Like, they're just mashing shit together, just trying to get shit to look as cool as humanly possible, but it's not really working. And look, did I have a good time in this movie? I did. I didn't have the as much fun as I wanted to have, because like I said, the first hour of the movie is damn near insufferable to get through because it's super boring. It's filled with a bunch of science stuff that no one cares about. The dialogue that the human characters are given is pure shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like they truly gave no effort to these humans whatsoever, and I get it that like you're not here for the human characters, but if you're gonna have humans in the movie, please give them more purpose than just to explain stuff that honestly no one gives two shits about at all. Give them more of a purpose of like just being there. The human character that has the most purpose is the little girl who signs. She's the most relatable character in the film, truly. And honestly, for me, my favorite character out of the human characters was Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens was easily the best part about the human characters. Brian Tyree Henry and Rebecca Hall, they're very good actors, but it's just they're just not given good material whatsoever. It's like this movie truly only cared about the Godzilla and the Kong and the kaiju monsters and the other, ape monsters, which of course people are probably yelling at that screen. That's all they're supposed to care about. Yes, but it's not like they did that to an extent to where like that was so cool I could forget about all the other crap that happened in this movie. It's like, it's just really another Godzilla Kong entry at the end of the day. One that does not move me whatsoever. Honestly, one that makes me just look back on Godzilla Minus One and wonder, why can't America get that right? It's really just another one of those. But look, overall, Godzilla vs. Kong, if you just walk in and turn your brain off and just honestly get ready to sit through that. If you can get through that first hour of the movie, and then you'll be fine. If you can get through the first hour of the movie, I promise you the second half does get better, but it's only because the first half was so much crap that you really don't care. And just turn your brain off, watch giant monsters fight, fuck shit up, and you'll have a good time. But for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire a 2.75 out of 5 stars. All right, so Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Look, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. Look, this is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon.